Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Brazos Valley. My name is Reverend Kiya Heartwood. My pronouns are she and they. And we're real happy to see you. Happy Pride Month. Y'all, happy Pride. Our service today is on joy, and we're very, very happy that y'all are here. Yes. I should have said that.
Yeah. Please join us for This Joy That I Have.
Do y'all know this song?
Yes.
It's got a real easy format. So let's sing it to you, and it's got a cool clapping part. So here, you can jump on the clapping right away. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that? This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The strength that I have, the strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, the strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that? This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This pride that I have, this pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that? This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Oh, this love that I have, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that? This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, this peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that? This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Yeah, good singing.
Awesome job. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Brazos Valley, or UUCBV, or Brazos UU for short. My name is Molly Hagan Ward, and my pronouns are she, her, and I'm serving as your worship assistant today. We're a welcoming congregation, which means we celebrate and welcome all people of diverse sexual orientations and gender identities. We also strive to welcome people across diversities of race, age, ability, immigration status, and belief. We're also a congregation working for reproductive justice. So whoever you are, wherever you've come from, wherever you are on life's journey, you're welcome here. If you have a joy or concern, please write it in the book that's being passed around and was at the front table for Reverend Kiya to read. Remember that our service is recorded and available publicly if you need to moderate your message accordingly. And this month we are celebrating Pride Month, all month. And Allison informed me that the Pride Center, especially this coming weekend, has got tons of events happening throughout the weekend, including our Reverend Kiya singing on one of the days. So you'll have to check out the schedule and make sure that you are able to participate. Next, we're going to light the chalice with the help of young Jimmy. Jimmy, ball to the front, thank you, sir.
Yep. Our chalice lighting reading is, we cannot cure the world of sorrows, but we can choose to live in joy. Joseph Campbell.
And now please join me in saying our affirmation.
Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe that there is a spark of the divine in every person. All around you are little sparks. And this is your opportunity to say howdy to the sparks you especially don't know. Introduce yourself, and I will hit the chime when it's time to come and sit back down. Okay? Say hi. I'm Stephanie.
Celebrate your pride loud and proud this June. And if you have any questions on how to celebrate pride in the Brazos Valley, let me know. I promise I can find something for you to do. So today our service is on joy, and our book is conveniently named Joy. All right. Fern loves Nana. She loved her butterfly cakes, her mantelpiece mice, and her cat Snowball. Most of all, she loved her smile. But recently, Nana had stopped baking cakes. The mice were dusty, and Snowball was more like a ball of fuzz. Worst of all, Nana hardly ever smiled. "What's wrong with Nana?" Fern asked her mother. "I don't know," Mom Mom replied. It's like the joy has gone out of her life. What's joy? Asked Fern. Joy is what makes your heart happy and your eyes twinkle. Like when we all dance after dinner, or when I get the giggles with Ernie, or when I go whoosh down a slide. Yes, a great big whoosh, said Mom. Nana deserves some whoosh, thought Fern. And if the joy had gone out of Nana's life, then she would bring it back. But where would Fern find it? And how would she carry it? She searched the house for a catching kit. A can, a paper bag, a saucepan, a bowl with no lid, a lid with no box, a fishing net, and a pointy stick. Into Fern's catching bag it all went. That afternoon, Fern and her mother set off for the park. There would be plenty of joy there. No one would mind if she borrowed some for Nana. A puppy bounded towards Fern, its floppy ears flying up and down. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Fern giggled. She felt whoosh of joy. She tried to catch the bounce, but the bounce wouldn't go in the box. On the swing, a baby chuckled each time her daddy tickled her feet. Tickle, tickle, chuckle, chuckle. Fern chuckled too. She felt the whoosh of joy. She tried to catch the chuckles. Then she tried to catch the tickles. But neither the chuckles nor the tickles would go in the can. When Fern reached the duck pond, a shimmer of sun sparkles rippled across the water. Fern smiled. She felt the whoosh of joy. Nana would love this, she thought. She tried to catch the sparkles, first with her fishing net, then with her paper bag, finally with the big scoop from her saucepan, but the sparkles just disappeared. Finding joy was easy, but catching it was hard. Fern walked home with heavy feet. She loved Nana and wanted to bring joy back into her life, but her catching bag was empty. Nana was snoozing in her chair. Fern laid her head on her arm. What's the matter? Asked Nana. I wanted to catch some joy for you, but I couldn't, said Fern sadly. Fern told Nana about all the things she had seen. To Fern's surprise, Nana smiled. It was the biggest, whitest whoosh of a smile Fern had ever seen. You don't need a can or a box or a net to bring me joy, Nana said. You bring me all the joy in the world, just by being you. The next day, Fern took Nana to the park. Whoosh! Together they found joy in the most unusual place. And this time, Fern's catching bag was full to the brim with Nana's delicious butterfly cakes. The end. See if you can catch or share some joy this week. And now I'll invite all of our younger UUs to come out to RE, and would you all sing us out with this little light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine. It's still light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. It's still light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Now is the time in our service where we share our joys and sorrows, and people write them in the book, and I try to read your writing. It says, okay, this is from Meg. She says, it's Reverend Kiya's birthday today. Thank you very much. And Happy Pride, somebody wrote. And then Molly says that she already went to church last night. She got to see Janet Jackson in concert, and it was spiritual and emotional and wonderful, so she's very grateful. Gay has a concern, she's curious, she says if you're curious about her bruised chin, her her sidewalk reached up and made contact with it.
Joy is no more broken bones or something like that.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. Concerned that living alone is challenging at times, I bet. Congratulations and best wishes to me as I start my doctoral program this week. It's a big kind of day. Okay, and Joey says that Joey is going to start daycare on Thursday. Very exciting. New place, new beginning. And it is somebody's kitty's birthday. Oh, and the concern is Joey starts. All blessings on everyone, and everybody hold everyone in their hearts just for a minute. Just let yourself get filled up. One of the biggest joys is having each other. This is a song by Matiyasu, and it's called One Day, and that's the chorus. It's really easy to sing, and just knock it out, y'all. Sometimes late under the moon, I thank God I'm breathing, and I pray don't take me soon. I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that they don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Not about win or lose, we all lose when they feed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the water stay raging. In this maze you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it fade you away, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. One day all will change, treat people sane, stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom. But when we all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, 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 one day. Old-fashioned faith. Good singing, y'all. I believe you. It's all good, don't worry. We're not too uptight about this. So I'm talking about joy today. Joy, everybody wants it, right? Sometimes we even have it. I want you to pause for a while and think about your version of a joyful life, because it may not be what somebody else's is. Everybody's version of joy and a happy life are different. Imagine all the things you need to be happy in life. Can you think about it? All the things. Science backs up the benefits of a joyful life. Benefits include motivation, energy, health. Life expectancy is longer. You are more productive in your life. You have lower cardiovascular disease, which nobody should have to say. Make you look and feel younger. It keeps stress at bay. You have stronger immunity. You can fight off diseases easier. It makes you calmer and mentally stronger. Greater self-control and coping skills. Oftentimes, the saddest summary of life contains 3 descriptions. I do not want people to say this about my life. Could have, might have, should have. We want to avoid that. So try to take steps towards your dreams. That's something that people don't say, especially as you get older. They don't say it to you anymore. Old person. They say, oh, you had your shot. That is crap. It is built into our culture. It is not true. It's not about how old you are. Are you strong enough to keep risking failure? The only difference between being younger and being older is that when you're older, you know that you could fall on your face. Right? And get a big bruise on your chin. Exactly. So you want to take tiny steps towards your dreams. So what are your passions? You don't have to be good at them. That's another myth that they tell you, that you have to be good at it. You just have to have passion for it. You have to be invested and put the time in. Think of something that you're really good at now that when you started you were not good at. Everybody got something? Why do we forget this stuff? I'm telling you stuff you already know. There's nothing new going to happen today. But experiment, especially as you get older. Be brave enough to fall on your face. They don't have to make you money. Money does not equal good. I made the most money singing when I wasn't any good. I was just in the right place at the right time. It's not about that. But they teach you that it is. You know, and here's the scary thing. I've played for 90,000 people. I feel exactly the same when I'm singing for you as I sang. I was more scared. But as far as how it feels when you're doing it, doesn't feel any different. And that is worth the failure of having done it. To me, that's knowledge that you can't wash off, and that's worth something. Failing is not necessary to be alive, but to be really alive, failure is your best friend. You're going to find where you need to be. You're going to learn things. It's not the worst thing that can happen to you. Move forward toward your goals. No regrets. First off, it's somewhat in the way we tell ourselves a story, right? Which wolf are you feeding? Do you know that story about the 2 wolves? You know, it depends on which one you feed. Feed the one that makes your life interesting and that you can be proud of. It's a Native American thing to think about your death all the time. If you ever saw the movie Billy Jack, those of y'all who are old enough to ever see them, it's a really, really bad movie. I'm not like recommending it. But Billy Jack is like Native American and ex-Marine, and he's in court and being talked to, and he gets real philosophical on the stand, and he goes, you know, death walks on my shoulder at all times. It's not a bad way to go. If you're paying attention, what are they going to say about you when you're gone? I hope it's not should have, could have, would have. So, what are you grateful for? What gives you joy? Do you spend a moment every day like thinking about it? I know, like, you know, Oprah, it's the Oprah thing to write it in a notebook, write all your great things you're grateful for. But if you could, like, just when you first wake up, think of 3 things you're grateful for. I swear to God, it will make your life better. It's so weird. But just what you focus your mind on, because our brains are trained to think about the problems. You know, the lion that's going to get us in the jungle, right? Our brains are not wired to be happy. We're not wired for that. We're worried about the next problem and hurrying up and fixing the next thing. But what if you stopped and actually went, wow, all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for people to say, you know, that song, it's like very helpful. Or another song we're going to do here in a little bit, it's like, I'm breathing, I'm alive. That's worth being happy about. And it will change the whole focus of your whole day. There's a very famous woman named Byron Katie, and she says it's important what the stories are you tell yourself. The stories that you tell yourself about yourself, are they true? Are they really true? Try turning the story around and seeing if it rings more true. Like, my mom, she never did this for me. And you're mad about it, and you're still talking about it 40 years later. Then you might want to go, how could I turn that story around? Just look at it from a different angle. But the stories that we tell ourselves, there's a real famous horse whisperer named Buck. And Buck's big thing was that he said, you know, I figure out the story that the horse is telling itself about itself, and I change the story. It's like, I'm a bad horse, I buck people off, to I'm a good horse, and I do this. You can do that with your own brain. It just takes a little. So, those of you who meditate, that's a great opportunity to think about. Start your meditation with, I'm grateful for 3 things today. Dumb but true. So we're going to dig for joy. If you're struggling to find joy, there's some simple yet powerful things that you can do. Take a moment once a day to recognize the things that you are grateful for, that are good, going good. I got food. I got a family. These are good things. I'm not saying you have to be perky all the time. We don't have to be perky all the time. Our brains are naturally wired to focus on things that are wrong, and we often overlook the good things. I'm not saying ignore the bad things. But even when things are terrible, if you just take a moment and breathe and try to just shift your brain a little bit so you lower the amount of cortisol that's going into your body, you certainly will be healthier. Your blood pressure will stay down in the good zone. You'll live longer. So create something to look forward to. You got plans? Do you have any plans?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes? All right, talk to me. I like that. Even if you've had a hard day, you can try to create something that sparks joy. Hot bath. How many people, a hot bath is one of those things that make you feel joyful. Yes? Ted Lasso, that works for me. I also like Bollywood movies and really, really bad martial art movies. Make me so happy, especially French ones. Who knows?
Billy Jack.
Billy Jack. Billy Jack. That's my childhood right there. You want to connect to reconnect. You're doing that today. You came to church. Thank you for coming to church. But investing in your relationships, even if it's just, hey, how you doing? The person that you're getting coffee from, talk to them. It's not uncommon to say hello, learn their name. Hey, Joe, how you doing today? Hey, Joe, how you doing today? Right on. Okay. If we can do something that helps us stay connected, like going to church, or working at the food pantry, things like that, or coming to Pride, coming to the barbecue, it takes away loneliness and improves your well-being. Do something kind for somebody else. When you're feeling sorry for yourself, do something for somebody else and you will feel better. I'm not saying that it's easy to do. It's hard to get out of that inertia when you're depressed. It's hard to move. Can I get a witness, anybody?
Yeah.
Right. But it's amazing how even just do one thing, you know, write a letter to the legislature, whatever you believe in. Hopefully the people who think like me are writing more letters than the other people. So you're being kind. Ask for help. When you're in trouble, ask for help. This is hard. This is really hard. But you're giving other people the opportunity. Those of you all who are helpers, I'm a helper. It should say Kiya helper. Anyway, it took me a long time to be able to ask for help. And the way that somebody explained it to me that actually helped me do it or try it was that they said, listen, you help people all the time and you get to feel good. You're the one who helps. Let somebody else be the one who helps. You be the person who's getting helped. Shocking. It was shocking. But it gives you much more understanding and it makes you a better helper too. If you know how to ask for help and you know how to give it and you know what to say when somebody's struggling or they're in pain, just be with them. Don't say anything. You don't have to fix it. You can just go, I see you. It hurts. I'm sorry. Right? Or it sucks. Whatever you need to say. All those things work. Do it according to your personality. Be a good friend to yourself. How many people take care of themselves first? Put your own mask on before you, when you're on the plane. Take good care of yourself. But I'll do that later. People need me. My kids need me. Your kids need you to model taking good care of yourself so they learn how to do it too. Think past the immediate. Move your body. This is the hardest thing to do too. Boy, I'm sitting there watching TV, Meg and I are just on the couch hanging out. I'm like, I gotta go for a walk. Even 15 minutes will change your entire life. 15 minutes of a walk, go swimming, dance, put some music on, rock it out. Whatever you gotta do. But get some motion going. I know a lot of y'all do yoga, Tai Chi. Anybody else got anything?
Basketball.
Basketball. Runners.
Bicycle.
All those people who can run. It's annoying. So move your body. Look for the awesome outside. Nature is a healing balm. It is a gift from God. We've got it. Get outside. Appreciate the things. So tell me some things that make you happy. Anybody?
Music.
Music.
Soccer.
Soccer. Yay.
Amen.
Foraging.
Foraging. Awesome.
Walking.
Walking. Anybody else?
Taking my dogs to the park.
Yeah, if you're thinking about the stuff that makes you happy, check in with yourself and find out what it is so you can do it. Just do it a little bit more, just a little bit more. I'm not talking about great changes in your life. I'm not talking about like getting saved. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about focus your habits of attention on a little bit more good and you will have more joy. These are so obvious, I'm embarrassed that I'm telling you. Watch your social media diet, where you're comparing yourself to other people's outsides. It'll make you crazy. You know, there are lots of kids that are being told that being beautiful means that you look like this. It's not true. There's a lot of beauty in the world, a lot of diversity. Diversity is important for the survival of the planet. Different people, whatever you were given, appreciate it, try. It's hard, it's really hard for women, it's very, very, very hard. And I know guys you have your own pressures, and you're supposed to live up to this model of masculinity that is ridiculous and impossible. So question authority, question the messages that are coming to you through social media, question them, and maybe turn the thing off for a few days, or limit the amount of time you spend on it, because it can make you crazy. So, let yourself be human. We're going to make mistakes. It's going to be okay. We're going to think a little bit every once in a while. Even if you just do it every other day, that'll be great. Just every other day say, yeah, I didn't do anything yesterday. Good on me. Yeah. That's a politically radical act, because we are trained in this culture, especially white supremacy culture, to focus our energy and make things happen and be productive. Do nothing a lot. It'll make your life better. And what's more important? So like the person who's sitting in their office working, or they're online and they're just working all the time, and they don't talk to their people and their family, you don't want to be that person. Go fishing, right? I've just got a couple more things. So invest, plant seeds, dream big. The Japanese say, fall down 7, stand up 8. And be a goldfish. Thank you.
That was awesome. Awesome. Perfect for this month. Now, let an offering be taken to sustain and strengthen this place, which is sacred to so many of us, a community of memory and of hope, for we are now the keepers of the dream. This church shares the proceeds of the offering plate donation every week to support important nonprofit organizations with which we work. This month, we're proud to support the Brazos Interfaith Immigration Network. BIM's mission is to promote the human dignity and well-being of all immigrants in our community, and to advocate for and facilitate better access to legal, educational, and social services. Please be as generous as you can.
So this song we're going to do for you, Molly's going to sing and we're going to drum, is called Good News, and that's all the words you need.
Yeah, so please join along. Good news, we're breathing. Good news, we're alive. Good news, we're here. No one can deny. Good news, we're breathing. Good news, we're alive. Good news, we're here. And no one can deny. Take my heart, And thank you to Reverend Kai for offering me that song. And now, we give thanks for this offertory, for these gifts we've given, for those we receive, and for each other. May your generosity return to you tenfold. Now, please join me in extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we gather together again.
Remember the way of the wind and breathe and blow. Remember the way of the fire and sparkle and glitter and glow. Remember the way of the water and ebb and flow. Remember the way